recording again. Okay. Sorry, it stopped recording for some reason. But right now I'm just adding flowers. Just like that. And I think I'm going to add a few little, I can't seem to get this to stick too well. I may have to convert to hot glue if this Beacon 3-in-1 isn't going to cooperate. But hold it down. You can hear me. Okay. And we're going to add one of the little baby flowers that I made right on the vine right there. Just like that. And let's see, I need another flower, so let me grab, I think what I'm going to do is probably do another blue one over here. So they're kind of like the same color. And then we'll add some pink flowers around it. I just like to kind of start with a color and just kind of move on from there. Gotta get that to stick. It's not liking me. Maybe if I go up just a wee bit on that one. Just holding this flower till it starts to, the glue starts to tack up a little. Alright, I think that's good. And we need another mini cabbage rose to add right here along this little swirl. There's that one. So let me, I'll show you, I'll turn it so you guys can see it. Hopefully I can do this. It's going to be at an angle because this thing is big. So that's what it looks like so far. And we're going to keep going with some flowers. So I definitely want to add like a pink one. And I just have to be careful because I can't cover this edge of the face here because I got a plastic sheet that has to go over top of it. So I just have to be really super careful. And all these flowers were made with the Cherry Lynn dies, which are still available on Christine's blog. It's because every picture has a story to tell.blogspot.com. And I'm just gonna, I know I kind of covered up some of the moss, but I'm gonna tuck some so you can see it. I just wanted to add a little dimension. making the leaves kind of behave themselves on here. And then we're going to add a couple of pink, tiny, small pink flowers that we're probably just going to kind of tuck in right, just like that, and one up here. Just like that. And before I get too far, I have some little, where'd that go? These are little pearl. You can get these in the wedding section. They're little pearl sprays. I'm just going to kind of figure out where I want to tuck them in and have them kind of hang out a little bit. So I'm just going to put some glue on that edge and kind of feed it down like that. And I need one for the other side real quick. And here again, I'm just like feeding it down, trying to tuck it in there and have it come around a little bit. And then I actually have, I forget where I get these, but these are like berry bush kind of, usually around Christmas time you can find these, and I snag them up, especially like the non-traditional Christmas colors. These happen to be pink, so I am just going to grab a few of these and we're going to snip them off. Let me grab my wire cutters. Here again, I wasn't prepared. And these have wire in them, and there it goes. You can like kind of bend them, just shape them. So I can bend these, let's see, and kind of lay them down in here because I'm going to be adding some more moss. So that's where I'm going to stick the berries. And we'll probably add another flower right in here. I need to get another piece on the other side because I want them to be kind of symmetrical and evened out. Whoa, there goes my berry bush right down on the floor. And I'm just going to slip it in there. And we're gonna bend this just slightly. And I'm just gonna glue this on. Really super fast. Okay. And I'm just gonna slide it on in there, hopefully. I'm just adjusting my berries just a little bit. And like I said, we're going to add a little bit more moss over here just to kind of I'm going to use this soft moss as a filler because it's easier to glue in there than the harder stuff. Are you guys still with me? I don't see the chat going. I'm just tucking around the flower. Just like that. Nice little touch. I'm gonna add some glue over here. Let me check. Are you guys okay? Let's see. There must be something wrong with the chat. Hopefully you're still with me. I'm just kind of stuffing this in there. Be careful not to get it on around my edge here. And then we're going to add I'm going to tuck a flower in here. Let's see if I can get it to fit in between these little berries like that. Hello, Jeanette. I apologize for Ustream going in and out. To my live viewers. Just tucking this flower in with the berries. And I gotta hold it down there for a second. Grab my other white flower. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. Just going to stick it in there. Tuck it underneath the little berries there. Like that. So I think that's pretty good for the top. I think we're going to add a few little white flowers in about here as a little bit of filler, because there seems to be like a few little bare spots. So we're clustering them with the blue flowers a little bit. So we got some pinks going, some blues and some pinks, and these are all the colors that are in the paper that I'm using. So we're just going to add a few more pinks up here, these little baby pink ones, and I'm just going to tuck them right down in there, and I'm kind of burying some of the flowers in the moss. And I'm going to add one right about there. So now we got a nice little cluster of flowers going on. So let me turn this so you guys can see again. So that's what the top looks like. Okay, let me see. There we go. I got a nice little cluster of flowers. So now we're going to work on the bottom. And this is going to be a little difficult to do on camera because we're going to have to do this upside down. Well, I am, so you guys can see it. So I'm just moving some stuff out of the way here. And we're going to kind of mimic what I did at the top down here on the bottom. And right now I have a little bit doily down here. But that's okay. We're going to cover it up just a wee bit. I have another fairy we're going to add. So I am going to, here again, place some mushrooms. So I think what this time I'm going to do is the background ones I'm going to glue right down. And I'm just going to pop the one that the fairy's going to stand on. I just grabbed another mushroom. I'm kind of out of the camera. And I'm just kind of placing them down. This one and this one we're going to pop up. This one the fairy's going to stand on. So let me get my pop dots. This is actually easier to work down here because I have a flat surface. So I'm just going to add glue to that pop dot because the adhesive that are on these pop dots don't really stick too well to any kind of plastic. So hopefully I'm centering this. I'm hoping I am. And then we have this little teeny tiny one that I'm just going to add this little half pop dot on. As soon as I can get, there we go. My hands have glue on them, so everything's kind of sticking to me right now. And I'm just putting glue on the pop dot and then on the bottom mushroom. So I'm just going to make this one kind of go, oops, that way. I think that looks okay. Let's see. Does that look okay? Maybe I should go the other way. Let's try it this way. I'm using the camera to see what it looks like. Okay, so here's my other mini fairy that's going to go right on top of that mushroom too, just like that. And no, I don't think we're going to need pop dots. We're just going to need some strategic gluing. So I'm going to start with her little foot here. Get that glued. And right about there. Oops. Just like that. So there's my other fairy. Okay. So now we have to glue some moss. And we're using the messy, crumbly stuff. And I'm just gonna, I gotta be careful not to bury that tiny mushroom that's down there. So, let's see. I think I can. Oh, this stuff is so messy. I love moss because it gives a nice woodsy feel to the project. Since these are fairies, we have to have kind of a woodsy feel to our I'm just pulling some of these pieces out that I think is too much. And I gotta try to unbury my little mushroom there. I just kind of smush it. And if it doesn't want to stay, then you get out the glue. So I'm just going to start with a thin layer down here because I don't want to get it too heavy. There we go. And where did my paper towel go? I'm a mess. My fingers are a mess. Hang on. I clean my fingers off. There we go. Yes, I got this clock at a thrift store. Sorry, I had to blow off the moss mess. So I did a pink flower up at the top, a big one. So I think I'm going to go with a big blue flower down at the bottom. And then we'll do like the two pink. We'll kind of be doing it the same way because we want it to be a little symmetrical, top and bottom. Just different colors. And I'm just making sure I get a good amount of glue on here. And we're going to stick that down. I think that's in the center. I got to use my camera to see if I'm in the center here. Hang on. That's not working. Okay, yes. It is in the center. We're good. We are good, good, good. So, let's see. Let's grab some two of the smaller pink flowers. And we're going to glue those on. Just like that. Whoops. And one on the other side. Just like that. I need to scrunch that together just a little bit more. And now I can figure out where I need to add my little small tiny flowers as fillers. Let's see. I'm just moving a few things out of the way for a second here. And I'm not going to add as many flowers as I did at the top. Just a few. And I'm going to add a blue one right there. And I'm going to add another blue one, opposite side. Just like that. Oops, let me get me back on camera here. Hopefully without my clock hitting the floor. There we go. So I got the 2 blue on there. Now we're going to add some pink. We're just going to kind of cluster these guys. I'm just going to kind of get them in there. Get one right over here. Hang on. I gotta tuck that guy in there. Like that. Hold them down just a second here. And now I'm gonna, before I go too far here, I don't think I'm gonna add some of those berries that I did at the top. I think if I do, they're gonna just be little pieces. And I just want to slide. I just want to see what this is going to look like. Okay, yeah, I like that. So I'm just going to add my pearl sprays. And I'm just going right underneath this and making sure that they're angling kind of off the clock a little bit. I got one more to do over here. And just sliding. Oops. Sliding and kind of positioning so it kind of goes like that. And then I have, oh that's right, my berries hit the floor. Oh, there they are. Okay. So I'm just gonna, oops, hang on 1 second here. Ooh, it's giving me a hard time. So I'm just gonna rip off single ones like this. I'm not gonna do like a branch kind of look. So here's a good one. Wire cutters. There we go. And I'm just gonna tuck them in probably right about there. So you can see them, but they're not like sticking out too much. Just like that. Where's that other one? Ooh, this one might have too long of a stem. I'll snip that stem off just a wee bit. Okay. And I'm just gonna stick one in on this side. Yeah, I kind of had too long, just like that. And let's add a little bit more moss here. And I'm using the squishy moss, because the squishy moss, I can kind of form it better around things. I need to go back to the Dollar Tree and pick some more of this moss up, because I really like this squishy stuff a lot. So I'm just kind of tucking that moss in there. Grab another piece over here. Let's see. I need just a bigger piece here. And we're just gonna stick that kind of in the same spot on this side. We're just gonna kind of tuck it in, tuck. There we go. Nice little add in. I just need a small piece right here. That I can add right in here. So I'm just gonna squish it up and stuff it in there. Like that. Alright. So now let's add some white flowers. Just like that. And I have one more to add over here. Just like that. Now, how fun was that? So there's what our bottom looks like. And then, of course, oops, my bead spray is not cooperating. One of them isn't. It's okay. And then, of course, our top, which I gotta show it this way so you guys can see it. And then, now I have, I'm gonna sit this right here. Now I'm just gonna add, oops, she's falling off of here. Hang on. She looks kind of goofy, guys. Hang on, I gotta fix her. Oh, that's why. I did this backwards. Okay, I had to fix the fairy at the bottom. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I have to do it off camera because of the way the way I have to glue her. I glued her on backwards. Give me 1 second here. See, that's what happens when I'm working upside down. I glue things on backwards. Alright. Trying to get her foot to stick to the mushroom here. Alright. So there, I fixed the fairy at the bottom. She's no longer looking like she's falling over. Okay, I had her backwards. So she's all fixed. So I think what I want to do is, I don't know if that would be too much to add. I have a few more of these bigger flowers left. And I don't know if maybe adding this might be overkill. What do you guys think? Overkill? Maybe just one? But then which one do I choose? There's the question. I do have this pink flower left. I could add that right there. Like that. And I think, yeah, I have one blue small flower and one white small flower we can add. Let's do that. Let's add this on here, because that'll give it a nice, and I also have some butterflies to put on, so I can add the butterflies here. I gotta get my glue going. Alright. So I think I want to go like that. And I'll hold that in the middle. And probably going to have to tack these flourishes down a wee bit. Stick. Hopefully that does it. And I'm going to tuck this pink one just like that. And position that. This one I'm going to have to hold for a second because I kind of had to crunch it into that little crevice. Okay, and let's add this little blue one. Whoops. Hang on, I got the Pop Dot sticker back things stuck to me. So we'll just add that one right there. And we're going to put this white flower right up in there. Just like that. So now we got a cute little cluster of flowers going right there. I'm really liking this a lot. So that is what the bottom looks like, or the middle I should say. I added that. I might even add part of a doily that I said I was going to use. I might tuck that in there just a wee bit. I'm actually going to kind of scrunch it up. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of scrunching, scrunching, scrunching. And probably going to stick it right in like that. Yep, I like that. We're going to do that. And this is just, I cut one of the doilies in half. And now I'm just going to stick it in there. And it's a nice little accent. There, now I'll turn it around so you guys can see. See what a nice little accent that gives? Oh, thank you, Jeanette. And that is it, you guys. We altered a clock, and I need to rip this out because I don't like it. If you're wondering what I'm doing, it's positioned wrong. I'm going to try to shimmy its way in there. There, much better. There, now I got it. So that is it. So here's the bottom, all the way at the bottom. There's the middle. And there's the top with the flowers, the cherry lin flowers that I made. And like I said, the dies are available still on Christine's blog. And there's the fairy at the top with the mushrooms. And I'm going to add now just a few butterflies. These are actually stickers that I had. I don't think I'm going to use both. I think I'm just going to use this one. And I'm going to kind of tuck it in the flower and glue it onto the doily. And all I did was put these stickers right on a piece of cardstock. And that way I could make them a little dimensional. See, I think this one would have been too big to add. I don't know. I'll have to look at it later. I might add it later, but okay, so here's the flower. or the flower, oh my gosh, the butterfly. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me bring it up. These butterfly stickers I actually got at Joann Fabrics, and they were in the dollar bin. They're Studio 112, and they're like a double-sided sheet, and they have some really pretty butterflies, and they have like a foil to them, so it kind of has like a little shiny. And I found them as I was digging for the number stickers for the clock. So, and then I'll probably, now I have to actually spray everything that I just put on here with the triple thick, which I've already done a few coats of the flowers so they're nice and stiff, but I have all this, the mushrooms, the paper for the doily, and all that stuff that I'm going to put a nice coat all over this. And this is just a clear gloss glaze. And then once I do that, I'm actually going to add, I have these plastic sheets, and it is not this green or blue color. The plastic does come off. Of course, I can't get it off this one. But this is actually going to fit on just like this. And it's clear to cover. I'll show you. They are from Graphics. They're the clear craft plastic, and this is an 8x8 pack. Oops, let me get in camera here, sorry. They look blue, but they're not. They're actually clear. I'll prove it to you. It's easier for me to peel off a whole sheet than it is for me to peel off that circle, because it's got, let me get the other side now. It's double-sided. It's got like a film on it to protect the plastic. There it goes. So you can see I'm pulling back the film and pulling back this film, and now you can see through it. And that's what's going to go on the top here. And then what I'll do is top it off. Once I do that, I will top it off with some trim. And I'm not sure which trim I'll use. I'm probably going to go with probably something like this, which is like this pearl and little ribbon roses trim. And that's going to go right around this edge. But see, I have to spray everything, so I can't do this right away for you guys to see it. That's why I'm telling you what I'm going to do. So this will go around the edge. Are there any questions? Questions. Who's got the questions? No questions? Alright, well, I thank everybody for coming. And for those of you who are watching the recording and weren't here at the live show, and I'm not sure what I'll be doing next week, but I will definitely post it when I know. Okay? Have a great night.